You're listening to WNJC 1360 AM in Washington Township, New Jersey, and on the web at WNJC1360.com. We're a Forsyth Broadcasting Company. Up next, the Mystic Hour.
It is I, the Mystic, coming to you live once again from WNJC 1360 AM. Folks, it is a beautiful night. I hope everybody has had a great holiday weekend. I know I have, and still having it. Woohoo! Folks, we have July 4th coming up tomorrow, which is always a great holiday, a day of independence, a day of history, and of course, you know, the relative birth of our country, which is also, you know, quite a place to be. Folks, welcome to the Mystic Hour, Tri-State Area and the world's free call-in live psychic talk show. I am your patriotic host, the Mystic, professional psychic of 15 years, here to assist you in matters of love, life, health, success, and of course, destiny. That's right. We have a lot going on. We have a bit of a shizzo tonight, but I have a lot of things that I want to get off my chest very, very quickly. First off, on my live appearances, folks, I will be appearing this coming Thursday at Dempster's, folks. I will be at Dempster's Sports Bar and Restaurant from 7 to 10 doing absolutely free psychic readings, as I have been forever. I love that place. It is a great time, and I love coming out there, and they always, you know, want to make sure I'm happy and well, and they're great. So if you get a chance, come on out, and that's Dempster's Bar and Restaurant right in Mount Holly, New Jersey, on Pine Street, as a matter of fact. So if you get a chance, come on out and get anything off the menu, and you get a free psychic reading with me. That's a pretty cool deal. And, of course, you know, the family and friends and fun that you get at a wonderful setting is Dempster's. So come on out. Now, Wednesday, July 11th, I will be appearing, my brothers and sisters, in Sicklerville. And I'll be at Aloha Bay, right there in Sicklerville. I'll tell you, folks, I just came from there last Wednesday and just had a really, really super time. And we're going to be doing that every other Wednesday. So if you get a chance to come on out and see me, it's a wonderful time had by all. Now, yeah, that's also 7 to 10, and I'll be doing absolutely free psychic readings. Just come on out, say hi, and get a free psychic reading with me to boot. That's pretty cool. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention was, as you all are very well aware, I am a musician, and we're, you know, doing a little bit of a search for a lead guitarist, and, you know, a couple other things got going on. And I actually met some interesting people today, and that's over at Black Horse Music, folks, right there on the Black Horse Pike. And I got to meet a member of a band called, I believe it was called The Wrath of Man, forgive me if I'm mistaken. But they are going to be playing this Friday at the Cherry Wood, so if you get a chance, go on out and see them. It can't be, you know, more than a few bucks a ticket. And seemed like a really, really nice guy, as well as, you know, I had a lot of really great help there and some really good prices over there, too. So if you get a chance, you know, you're looking for an instrument, amp, whatever, they also have all kinds of lessons there. In fact, I think their guitarist instructor has been there for like 20 years, so apparently they got some really good stuff going on there. But yeah, it's Black Horse Music right there on the Black Horse Pike. Hi guys, thank you so much for helping me out today. So that's pretty much it. Now, the only other thing I want to mention, of course, is, you know, it is July 4th weekend, and again, a lot of people are out there partying, as my brethren at the station here, Ray Davis, had mentioned earlier. You know, you guys just be safe out there. It's really, really important. Those of you driving home tonight, you know, be extra careful, because because, yes, you may not be drinking and driving, but somebody else could be, and it could be you next getting hit by one of these maniacs. So, please be careful of that. It's really important, okay? Folks, we love you. We don't want to see you hurt. So there you have it. Happy July 4th from all of us here at WNJC. So, I want to remind you all, this is a free call-in, live psychic talk show. You guys can call me up and get absolutely free psychic advice, as we've been doing for the past 8 years. Or if you just have a general spiritual question that's bugging you, that you need answering, by all means, you can give us a call. Those numbers are 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Give us a call and get a free psychic reading with me, folks. It is just that easy. And, yes, it is July 4th, and Karen, if we get anybody that calls in, by all means, just give me a shout. I want to remind all of you again, this is July 4th, and this whole thing is all about the independence of our country. And what a lot of people don't realize is, when we drew up our Constitution and we had all our boys signing it and sending it off to England and the whole bit, just because that was the day it was signed, the day it was written and signed and the whole bit, that did not instantly make us an independent, democratic society. It took a while.
We got a caller?
A few years. Lost that caller. But, caller, do try back. If you can get a chance, you guys can give us a call at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. And if the line is busy, just keep trying. We will get to you, hopefully, God willing. So, anyway, as I was saying, it takes a long time for independence to come about. And, everybody's waiting on this, big miraculous thing, with Iraq. And folks, it's not just going to happen overnight. Yeah, we're doing what we can there. Yeah, it was a bunch of mistakes made and and it wasn't drawn out right. But, we're there now, so we got to deal with it. But, somebody had to babysit these people. Somebody had to take Saddam out. Should have done it years ago. But we finally got him now. Now we have this insurgency problem. But guess what? This is exactly what happened when we signed the Declaration of Independence here in this country. We signed that declaration, and not everybody just said, hey, right on, I'm in, United States, rock on. It wasn't that easy, folks. There was still a lot of royalists who, felt that we should be, given back to England. And there were people that fought against that. They were like the insurgents. They wanted, to go back to the way things were because it worked for them personally. And, it took a while, folks. In fact, I think the number is something like 12 years it took for our country to finally settle down, And even then, England tried to get us back, so what was that, 1812? So, the whole point is, it's going to take a while, folks, for independence to, thrust to other countries. But, this is a holiday that's celebrating our independence, and we should look out. You know what I mean? We should, celebrate that and be all red, white, and bluey and the whole bit and, thank our God's green earth for a country as awesome as ours. It's pretty cool. Could be a lot worse. So there you have it. So that's what's going on. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to try again. We're going to go to commercial, see if I can find my tongue, and when we come back, we will have some free psychic readings with me, or I can just sit here and babble for an hour. We haven't decided yet. It's up to you guys. Give us a call, 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077 on this July weekend stuff.
Greetings.
It's awesome.
I am the Mystic. Thanks for tuning into my show each week, but it's only an hour show, and I know many of you miss out on the chance for your reading with me. So, I am available for private sessions, as well as parties, seminars, and benefits, of course. Give me a call at 856-803-4463, and I will assist you in all matters of love, life, health, success, and destiny. As an ordained minister of 9 years, I can also perform blessings and house clearings or the most memorable custom wedding created especially for you. Call 856-803-4463, and you can also reach me through my website at www.themysticsrealm.com. Feel the awesome power of a true psychic reading. To be knowledgeable about what is to come in your life is to be better prepared for it, and I will show you how to achieve better living through the Spirit. That number again is 856-803-4463, and I look forward to reading you.
We last left our hero high in the Himalayas, seeking truth from the wise wizard who lives there.
God, I hope this guy's home. Hello, anyone there?
I am the wizard who holds the answer to which you seek. Behold, I give you the sword of destiny.
Yes, it's very nice, but that's not why I'm here.
Ah, you seek the Holy Grail, of course. Now, where did I put that
No, that's not why I'm here either. I'm just looking to find a deal on computers.
Well, that's easy. Quartz Computers at 856-656-0443 are here for all your PC needs. Upgrades, repairs, all done on site. Even most warranties are honored. Check out their website at www.quartzcomputers.com or call them at 856-656-0443.
Quartz Computers, thanks a lot. Now, how do I get out of here?
I wish I knew.
That's quartzcomputers.com at 856-656-0443. Just look for the wizard in the ad.
Greetings, Philadelphia. As my good friend Mr. Mystic would say, are you a believer? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in music? Well, believe me, I do. This is the doctor, Dr. Lou. If you believe in love, music, and a heck of a good time, check out www.drloumusic on the net right flippin' now. Yes, that's where you can find all the information about Dr. Lou Music and Film Productions, Philadelphia's only host for independent films and House of Blues Radio Hour with none other than Owood Blues, a.k.a. Dan Aykroyd. If you are a believer and believe in yourself, believe me, this is one prescription you're going to want to take. Seriously. That's www.drloumusic.com. On your host, WNJC1360.com, your blues and independent music source.
Hannah boy! Hi, Grandpa.
What's the matter?
My girl's such a pain. She's got all this stuff to do before the wedding, and she's put me in charge of getting the wedding invitations printed. I don't know about any of this stuff.
You need copies and more.
Tell me about it. I also have to get all the flyers for the softball game this Saturday done.
Yep, you need copies and more.
Yes, I heard you. And what's more, I have to get print-ups of this year's quarterly at my firm. There's no way I'm going to have it all ready. What am I going to do?
You need copies and more.
I know I need copies and more. I'm not an idiot.
Sure you are. Copies and More is the one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, invitations, presentations, even posters and magnets. Everything can be done at Copies and More. Good prices, too. Give them a call at 856-845-6770. They'll take good care of you over there.
Thanks, I will.
Now don't forget that's Copies and More at 240 South Broadway in Woodbury, New Jersey at 856-845-6770.
Thanks, Copies and More. And here I thought you were repeating yourself because you were losing it.
No, I ain't the one who got stuck doing wedding invitations.
Grandpa, that's Copies and More at 856-845-6770.
The Sketch Club. Affordable ticket prices, intimate seating in a historical building, and plenty of free parking. Conveniently located in downtown Woodbury, a few blocks from Route 45 on the corner of Glover and Logan Streets. We're celebrating the 73rd consecutive season, bringing you the best in theater and live entertainment. For performance dates and times, call our 24-hour hotline at 856-848-8089. Performances run from Thursday to Saturday evening and a Sunday matinee at at 2 p.m. Sketch Club is a non-profit community theater, the oldest running in South Jersey, and we're always looking for volunteers, actors, set builders, writers, and more. All creative minds are welcomed at the Sketch Club. Call us at 856-848-8089 or check us out on the web at www.sketchclub.net. Come and experience live theater with us, Sketch Club players. That number again is 856-848-8089.
Okay, and we're back.
And we are back here on the Mystic Hour, WNJC, 1360 AM. Wow, we have a lot of time. We've got like 45 minutes into the show, so, we've got plenty of time for you guys to give us a call, 856-227-1360. And 856-232-7077. But, my shows are always a little crazy on these holidays. I don't know what it is. I was just explaining that to a fantastic sound engineer, Karen, is that, it doesn't matter what holiday it is. It's just always
Guess what,
a little slower. But tonight we actually have a couple questions coming straight from my sound engineer, which is pretty cool tonight.
First, we actually have a caller.
Wow! So we have a
we'll
caller.
take the caller
So we have
first.
somebody sitting Tuesday night.
And afterwards, maybe I can interview you.
Oh, well, that could be very interesting as well. I look forward to that, Karen, as always. So, okay, well, then what we'll do is we will go ahead and take this caller, and we shall see what we shall see, shall we? We shall see. Caller, you are live. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name?
Patty?
Patty, where are you calling from?
Pittman.
Ah, Patty from Pittman. Great to hear from you.
Thanks.
Been a couple moons.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Busy.
You're supposed to say, well, you're supposed to tell me, mister. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. We can do that for you, Patty from Pittman. So how can I help you this fine evening?
Can I get a general reading?
That's what you want. That's what you shall have, my dear. You always call for these general readings, and it's always fun with you. It's great to have you. All right, so stand by, and we shall see exactly what we shall see with you. Okay, wow. My dear. Okay, this is dealing with your present position. You know how I like to go there first. Mm-hmm. And what I'm actually seeing here is, wow, some severe ties that are being severed. Like, a lot of the people that you spend a lot of time and effort and a lot of your sacrifices and things like that with, you're starting to draw to a close right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a very good idea. But at the same time, I don't really think it's your idea. Like, I feel like you were kind of trapped into this. But I think it's the best thing for you right now.
Okay.
All right, that's numero uno. Now, the next thing is dealing with your destiny itself, okay? Because, you're not looking to be the great overseer that you should be.
Mm-hmm.
I really sense that. You've got a great ability of, looking at the horizon and surveying the land and organizing yourself, to suit that at any given time. And, these are great management skills, my dear. So, this is something that, you need to bring to the surface even more than I think you are now, because I just don't think you're pushing yourself the way you should in that area. Now, another thing, too, and this is dealing a little bit more with the distant past here, because it has been a couple moons since we've spoken to you, is that, that trapped feeling that I said came, that started severing all those ties and this and that and the other. This was something I feel that you should have done already, and I think that you felt that you should have done that a lot sooner.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it was causing you too much distress. There was too many other things that were going on around you at the time that you kind of had to focus on, and that's really the only reason why it took so long.
Mm-hmm.
You just, like you said, you've been busy. But, your brain has been really busy, too, and that's really the whole point. And that's what brings us to your more recent past. Because I'm telling you, dear, right now, there is knowledge and money going hand in hand here with you.
Mhm.
So, the more you learn, the more money you can make here.
Mhm.
That's just straight up short order. That's what I see for you there. Okay. Now, a couple other things really quick. Coming up in your immediate future is somebody that I sense somebody who claims to be spiritual in your life, but seems more on the negative side of things. This is somebody else that you're going to be turning away from.
Mhm.
No question. But also, a lot of the wandering eye stuff, a lot of the exploration, I think, and this is really the first time I think I've ever told you this, is the fact that I think the search is pretty much over for you now. Like, you're done searching, you know what you want, you know what I mean? And I think you're starting to lay that really strong foundation in order to get exactly what you want right now.
Romantically?
And it doesn't matter where you're at on that, okay? I'm talking in general, like, you know what you want to do career-wise. You know what you want romantically. You know what you want spiritually. You know what you want even materially right now. But now you're starting to lay that foundation to where you're going to get it all. I really sense that for you right now.
Mhm.
Now, romantically, I mean, again, you've been busy.
Yeah.
So, it's really hard to take time to, make that really happen the way you want. Because your whole goal, romantically is 24/7 anyway. You know what I mean? Like, some people, they can't tolerate that 24/7 being around person. This is something you really want.
Okay.
So these are the things you have to figure out. These are the things that you're laying down now as, kind of like a life's business plan. And I think it's working for you. I really do. I think some of it's been forced upon you. Like, I don't think this is all your idea. I think some of this, had a little bit to do with the man upstairs. I think a little bit had to do with your environment at the time. And I think a little bit had to do with you just getting fed up. So all these things combined, of course that gives you a great push in the right direction. No question. But, as far as your home right now, your environment, yeah, there is a little less dedication there. So, this is one of the last couple of things that I think you need to work on in order for you to lay that foundation the way you want.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Be happy with every aspect of your life. Because once you do that, you'll truly love yourself more than anybody.
Mhm.
And that's where love comes. You know this.
Mhm.
Now, emotionally, really quickly, as I said, you're a very strong person by yourself. When you're with somebody else, you tend to get a little weak, and I've mentioned this to you before.
Mhm.
So this is something that you're going to have to really work on, especially now, because you're not going to be making the sacrifices that you're used to making because of all this, other stuff that we mentioned in the beginning of this reading. So, you're going to be wanting to help someone.
Mhm.
Be very careful at that stage, because that really makes people of the spirit that live to help people feel very vulnerable, like they're not doing as much as they should, and da-da-da-da-da.
Mhm.
So this is what you have to be careful of, dear. Okay?
Okay.
So that's what I see for you generally. Now, here, we can go into a little bit of question-answer period. Take your time. We got plenty of it. What is it you really want to know this evening, my dear?
I want to know more about, like, the romantic issue and relationship right now.
What do you need to know there?
What's going on with it? Long term?
Stand by.
Okay.
Well, what we can do is if you have, even if you have a couple different people in mind, it just depends on you, but what we can do is you can focus on that, either this one person, or you can focus on you and the other person both, or if, you have an assortment, focus on that, and what we'll do is we'll set up a type of like a compatibility chart.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And we'll see what both of these aspects have in common, what they don't, what to look for, how to help, how to fix it, how to, do the deal. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I need you to focus on that for me for just a moment, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you wanted to know if this was long-term?
In general, what's going on with it? If it's going to go long-term or...
Okay. Well, see, the only thing that can stop that, honestly, there's two things. The first one is, as I said, you felt kind of trapped into certain situations, and I think that's a fairly accurate assumption. But this guy seems like he kind of stumbled into it, like he kind of fell into a bear trap here. So in a sense, he was kind of trapped into similar circumstances. Okay. Now the other thing here is, like I said, you've had a lot of dedication in your life. It didn't seem to work very well.
Mm-hmm.
So, right now, you're a little freer. You're not as clingy. You're not as, adamant about that.
Mm-hmm.
And neither is this person. So, you have a couple different things going here that are in great, great favor. The problem is that you seem, like right now, you seem very goal-oriented, and because of that, you're actually appearing a bit abrasive to some, and I think that's kind of necessary in order for you to get what you want, but it does appear that way. Now, this person, I don't think they really have any super major long-term goals, but I do see some health issues that surround this person's family a little bit. That's something that may be of a concern as far as long term.
Okay.
But, again, you guys have had some really similar circumstances, and I do feel that fate has brought you together, okay, in that instance. But whether you guys want to continue that as long term is really up to you.
Okay.
That's totally, up to you here. But it's the health issues on the person you're picking that concerns me. And I don't think it's health right now. I think later on, though. Look at the family.
Okay.
Look at the family on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But you're strong as an ox, and you're very goal-oriented, and, like I said, no one is going to stop you now. No one. No matter what you're trying to do, whether it's, whether you're attacking career that week, or whether you're deciding to get a new car, or whatever it is, you have very little stopping you from getting, everything you want out of life now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know a lot of these choices weren't your own, like I said, but gosh, you're doing very well, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
You truly are. Truly are. So that's what I see for you there. But yeah, I think it's the health issues that is going to be more of an issue than anything else. It's not romance, it's not finances, it's not going to be anything like that. I think it's going to be health issues, but I don't think they're yours.
Mm-hmm.
No. So be careful out there, darling.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's what I see for you there. Now, is there anything else I can answer for you very quickly?
Do you see anything career-wise coming?
Actually, I do. I really do. And again, I think a lot of it has to do with just the way you're starting to, make your time right now.
Mm-hmm.
You got to focus on career, and I think you're doing that now. And I think that's why, the relationship thing scares you a little bit, because I just don't think you have the time for it.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's understandable. But it doesn't make it questionable. You know what I mean? That's up to each individual to start deciding where the insecurity line is drawn, But you're strong. You're awesome. Jeez. But yeah, as far as the career factor is concerned, like I was saying, now that you're getting rid of all this stuff, now that you're weeding out so many of these other factors and putting all your time and effort into career, I mean, it's really hard to fail when you do that. It truly is. But, you want your own gig. That's your goal.
Yes.
And I really think you're going to get that. I've told you that for a couple of years now. I still think you're going to get that. It just takes a little time, a little effort, a little brain power, a little school, a little luck,
Yeah.
And you're getting all those. It takes a little while. Can't have it all at once. But I think you're doing very well. I think you've made some great choices. I think you were forced into some other ones that came out really, really well for you. So, you are blessed, my dear Patty from Pittman. Believe it.
All right.
Believe it. Hey, I want to thank you so much for calling the show. You are awesome. And, of course, God bless you and your entire family and all of my people out there in Pittman.
Thanks. You too.
Hey, have a great evening.
You too.
Bye-bye. Okay, folks, Patty from Pittman, I'll tell you, it is great, or Nancy from Pittman, rather. I'll tell you, it is a beautiful night here. I can actually still hear some fireworks going off in the distance. It is a lovely, lovely thing. Pop, pop. At least I hope they're fireworks. Oh, boy. I'll tell you, it's a crazy night. Folks, I love these holidays. I'm sorry if I'm a little giddy, but I love, American holiday traditions. I just think they're very cool. I've always been, patriotic. I blame my father. He spent 28 months in Vietnam, and he was, good guy, great guy, and he's still the best father I know. So there you have it. But yeah, really instilled the patriotic values into the Mystic. He's great. So, Dad, here's to you. Still pushing America. So, there you have it, folks. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to commercial, I think, and when we come back, we're going to have a little bit of question and answer period with my sound engineer, Karen. This should be pretty fun. This is completely unstaged, so Lord knows what's going to happen. All right, we'll be back.
We last left our hero high in the Himalayas, seeking truth from the wise wizard who lives there.
God, I hope this guy's home. Hello, anyone there?
I am the wizard who holds the answer to which you seek. Behold, I give you the sword of destiny.
Yes, it's very nice, but that's not why I'm here.
Ah, you seek the Holy Grail, of course. Now, where did I put that
No, that's not why I'm here either. I'm just looking to find a deal on computers.
Well, that's easy. Quartz Computers at 856-656-0443 are here for all your PC needs. Upgrades, repairs, all done on site. Even most warranties are honored. Check out their website at www.quartzcomputers.com or call them at 856-656-0443.
Quartz Computers, thanks a lot. Now, how do I get out of here?
I wish I knew.
That's quartzcomputers.com at 856-656-0443. Just look for the wizard in the ad.
The Sketch Club. Affordable ticket prices, intimate seating in a historical building, and plenty of free parking. Conveniently located in downtown Woodbury, a few blocks from Route 45 on the corner of Glover and Logan Streets. We're celebrating the 73rd consecutive season, bringing you the best in theater and live entertainment. For performance dates and times, call our 24-hour hotline at 856-848-8089. Performances run from Thursday to Saturday evening and a Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. Sketch Club is a non-profit community theater, the oldest running in South Jersey, and we're always looking for volunteers, actors, set builders, writers, and more. All creative minds are welcomed at the Sketch Club. Call us at 856-848-8089 or check us out on the web at www.sketchclub.net. Come and experience live theater with us, Sketch Club players. That number again is 856-848-8089.
Hey, boy! Hi, Grandpa. What's the matter? My girl's such a pain. She's got all this stuff to do before the wedding, and she's put me in charge of getting the wedding invitations printed. I don't know about any of this stuff. You need copies and more. Tell me about it. I also have to get all the flyers for the softball game this Saturday done. Yep, you need copies and more. Yes, I heard you. And what's more, I have to get print-ups of this year's quarterly at my firm. There's no way I'm going to have it all ready. What am I going to do? You need copies and more. I know I need copies and more. I'm not an idiot. Sure you are. Copies and More is the one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, invitations, presentations, even posters and magnets. Everything can be done at Copies and More. Good prices, too. Give them a call at 856-845-6770. They'll take good care of you over there. Thanks, I will. Now don't forget that's Copies and More at 240 South Broadway in Woodbury, New Jersey at 856-845-6770. Thanks, Copies and More. And here I thought you were repeating yourself because you were losing it. No, I ain't the one who got stuck doing wedding invitations. Grandpa. That's Copies and More at 856-845-6770.
Greetings to you. I am the Mystic. Thanks for tuning into my show each week, but it's only an hour show, and I know many of you miss out on the chance for your reading with me. So, I am available for private sessions, as well as parties, seminars, and benefits, of course. Give me a call at 856-803-4463, and I will assist you in all matters of love, life, health, success, and destiny. As an ordained minister of 9 years, I can also perform blessings and house clearings or the most memorable custom wedding created especially for you. Call 856-803-4463, and you can also reach me through my website at www.themysticsrealm.com. Feel the awesome power of a true psychic reading. To be knowledgeable about what is to come in your life is to be better prepared for it, and I will show you how to achieve better living through the Spirit. That number again is 856-803-4463, and I look forward to reading you.
Greetings, Philadelphia. As my good friend Mr. Mystic would say, are you a believer? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in music? Well, believe me, I do. This is the doctor, Dr. Lou. If you believe in love, music, and a heck of a good time, check out www.drloumusic on the net right flipping now. Yes, that's where you can find all the information about Dr. Lou Music and Film Productions, Philadelphia's only host for independent films and the House of Blues radio hour with none other than Owood Blues, a.k.a. Dan Aykroyd. If you are a believer and believe in yourself, believe me, this is one prescription you're going to want to take. Seriously. That's www.drloumusic.com. On your host, WNJC1360.com, your blues and independent music source.
We're back.
And we are back here on the Mystic Hour, WNJC 1360 AM. Oh, folks, the hottest station in the Delaware Valley. This is it. This is the show. You know it. You know it! Folks, this is the Mystic Hour Tri-State Area and the world's free call-in live psychic talk show. It is a beautiful, patriotic night. It is July 3rd, and we have been partying the whole weekend, and it has just been fantastic. We have about 20 minutes left in the show. And a lot of you out there still coming home from the fireworks and the whole bit. You know, it's been going on all weekend. So Karen had a lovely idea. My sound engineer, she's been with me for a long time, but we hardly ever get to chat, you know, live on the air or anything like that, and I'm always in and out, and, you know, so we never really had any time to talk. So I want to introduce you guys to the lovely Karen. You guys have heard me talk with Brother Al back in the day, but this is my new sound engineer, and she is, thanks, she's not really new to me. She's been with me, what's it been now, about a year now?
Probably, since I've been working on Tuesdays, I think it's been about a year.
Yeah, so right on. So, it's our anniversary, too. Fantastic.
Actually, today is an anniversary for me. I quit smoking 4 years ago today.
There you go. See, that's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
I too, am a non-smoker.
Good for you.
And it's been wonderful. The wife, she just quit as well not too long ago. So, yeah, it's a great smoke-free world.
Yes.
And all you smokers out there, you're evil, all of you! No. No, I'm not one of the reborn non-smokers. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, yeah, it was pretty fun to, call the wife stinky and ashtray breath when I quit and she didn't.
Way to be supportive.
But it worked.
Yeah.
She's not smoking either, so.
Good for her. She's a beautiful lady. I have to tell everybody that.
Oh, well, that means so much, and she is. I'm very lucky to have her. In fact, she's upstairs watching movies and the whole bit while I sit here and hang out with you guys. It's pretty cool.
I have a couple questions for you.
You do?
Yes.
And I am so looking forward to this, Karen, my dear. What can I tell you this evening? This is good. I've been telling everybody stuff for years. What can I tell you tonight?
Well, I think some of our listeners should be interested to know, when you first got your gift, what was it like? Like, how exciting was it?
Well, it wasn't very exciting at all, actually. It really wasn't. Because this is something that I've always had. I've had it all my life. My very first psychic experience was when I was very, very young. In fact, actually, I can even go as far as to say my very first one was before I was born. My parents were going through a photo album, and I saw a picture of my mother, and it was like Christmas time. And I saw the picture, and I was like, oh, wow, I remember that Christmas at the chalet. And I described the whole place, including, all kinds of stuff like outside of the photograph, And they're like, no, there's no way you can remember that. And I'm like, yeah, I remember everything. I remember the chalet. I remember the dog. I remember the little train set scheme that Mom had in the window, and it was just, a beautiful Christmassy little town that she did in the French windows. And I remembered everything, even the dog and the whole bit. And it comes to find out that my mother was actually pregnant with me in that picture. And
Wow, how cool
they had even moved before I was even born. So I never actually got to lay my real eyes on that house ever. And, that's the story with that.
I
actually had a vision before I was born.
That is really, really cool. Another question I have for you is that I heard that people with your gift cannot read themselves.
That is a very popular question. I do get that a lot. A lot of people, they ask me if I ever use my abilities, to read myself, to read my own future. And very easily I can answer that with a no. And I'll tell you why. One, because, as someone who sees things, past, present, future, I don't get many surprises in life. Like, a lot of people don't even bother wrapping my Christmas presents. Because what's the point,
Right.
So I don't really get a lot of surprises, in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always know when somebody's, planning something for me or whatever. And I usually know around about what it is and when it is and the whole bit.
So no surprise parties for you.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, surprise, look at all the work they did that I knew about a week ago. But so I don't get a lot of surprises in life. That's one of the reasons. But the other reason, and this is probably going to make me lose a lot of clients and callers of the future and the whole bit, but the reason why I don't read myself more than any other reason is because I put all my trust and all of my faith in God.
Right.
And I never fear. I don't need to look. I don't need to worry. I don't need to, sweat a relationship or sweat my job or, I I never worry. I don't panic. I have a very low, panic level, and I just don't go there. So I don't really, I'm not that curious about what's to come. I enjoy what's to come. I mean, I've always known all my life that somehow my, psychic ability, I've actually known pretty much all my life that I was going to be giving away free psychic advice, and somehow managing to keep my lights on doing it. But I never knew I was a radio host, that it was going to be like this. Like, I never knew I was going to be on the radio, much less be on the radio for, going on our 8th year now.
Wow.
And it's just amazing to me to this day, how the whole thing came about. Like, I think back at my life, and I realize that, yeah, sure, we may not have a predestined, set path, but I do think we have, a roundabout job to do, each one of us, and it's our job to find out what that job is and do it to the best of our ability.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to do that is to use the best of our personal ability.
Right.
If we're a musician, well, then exploit it. If you're, a psychic, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just, exploit what you have, because that's the only way you're going to make it. That's the only way you're going to be successful, because that's the only way God hooked you up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If you're a mechanic, you don't want to try and be a plumber, et cetera, et cetera. You're,
right.
You're a mechanic, you're a mechanic.
Exactly.
But, that was the whole gist of it with me, was that, I don't have any fear, so I don't really need to look ahead. I just take the abilities that God gives me every day and do the best that I can to, do His will. There you go.
A great attitude.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm very religious too. So I'm a Pisces, so I'm very intuitive.
Okay.
Another question I was going to ask you was, when you get the things, are they feelings? Is it visions? Is it like, how do you know what to tell someone?
Okay. 9 out of 10 times, it's kind of like half of my mouth is under someone else's control. This is basically how it feels when I do these readings like this. I see what I see, but it's the words that come out. I mean, half the time when somebody, especially when somebody asks me, like, not about a psychic reading, but if they were to ask me, like, a really deep spiritual question, a lot of the times when they ask me a really deep, spiritually moving question, I don't have the answer for them, but the answer comes, and it's the strangest thing in the world. I mean, I give it all up to the higher power, because I just don't have any other, way to explain it. But, I mean, we both learn from it, and then later on, like sometimes even years later, I come to find out just how right that answer was. And it baffles me sometimes, Like, I actually had somebody ask me, just for a really quick example, was they had asked me, how did it feel to predict the World Trade Center, And when I made that prediction, I mean, I really didn't put a lot of thought into that. I just sat down. Well, you've seen it last year. I just get a list and I put it together and I go on the air and I rattle them off. It takes me like 20 minutes to come up with what I see is going to happen before the end of the year. Now there, I just focus on that one particular year. So, what I see, I think is going to happen, right around this time. And,
right.
You've seen the results yourself. Right. But it's not like anything I could actually explain. The only way I can explain it is like half of my mouth is taken over by something. And the other thing that happens is a lot of times it's like looking at a kind of like a very sheer movie screen. Where like I can still see everything around me, but while this is going on, I see this other stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's, that explains anything. Probably not, but that's what it's like.
No, I think
that's how it feels to me.
I think it's interesting. I think a lot of people had these questions, but just know that you have a limited amount of time to do the reading. So, this is good that we have this opportunity to do this.
I'm really glad we did.
I know we only have 10 minutes left. I just have a really quick question from the Sports Maniacs, and then I'll let you close out.
Okay. Now, you know what? I got to say that, I'm really looking forward to this. I've actually made some sporting predictions on, we'll just say another network.
Okay.
And, been on Fox, been on UPN. I was on the Philly Sports Spectacular. In fact, I actually used John Forsythe's office for doing that. Thank you, John. But, we never really get a chance to, talk with the Maniacs. So why don't we bring one of them on real quick, and we'll see what question they have.
Okay, we got Ray.
Hey, how you doing? This is Ray.
Ray, the Sports Maniac of Maniacs.
I think the question that a lot of people in the Delaware Valley have right now is, we're going on 24 years since we've seen a championship parade down Broad Street, and for all the stats and everything else that we look into on our show and other sports media people look into, we haven't been able to figure this out. Who was going to break this slump? Who was going to be the ones to hold up a trophy down Broad Street first? Among the four: Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, Eagles.
Who's going to be the first one? Okay, now because again, you have to understand, Ray, I honestly don't know a thing about sports. Okay, first off, that's the first thing I got to let you know.
Anybody who knows anything still can't guess it anyway, so we're grabbing at straws here in the whole Delaware Valley trying to figure this out.
So the question is, which one of the Philadelphia teams, whether it's baseball, football, whatever, which one is going to be carrying the winner's trophy down that parade street? Yes? Is that the question?
Who's going to break the slump? Yeah, we're on 24 years since we've had a parade. And as I said, I think everybody else in the media is trying to figure it out, and so far we're all drawing blanks.
Okay, we're going to get it for you tonight, Ray.
Okay.
All right. What I need to know is what my options are here. Again, I don't know sports. So we have football, yeah?
Yeah, we have the Eagles with football.
We have baseball, and they're the Phillies, right?
The Flyers with hockey, and the 76ers in basketball.
And the 76ers basketball.
Yes.
Okay. And again, I don't know what the teams are like. I don't know, who's traded in who for what and the whole bit. But I honestly feel that our first big win is going to be in hockey. That's the Flyers.
Yeah.
Okay, they made some good moves. That's a safe prediction. They made a lot of good moves in the past couple days.
Okay, that's who I feel is going to do it.
You just made me very happy. I'm the hockey guy.
That's what I'm here for. This is what makes the Mystic Hour so special.
My co-host Jeff isn't going to like it. He's more the basketball guy than the hockey guy. I'm the hockey guy, so you made my night.
Yeah, I sense it's going to be hockey. And, this is something that, we discussed very briefly when I was on the other network as a guest, is the fact that, there needs to be a lot more changes done to our teams. It's not just about the money here, folks. It's a lot more. And I was told that immediately after I had said that on the air, that they made a whole bunch of switches in baseball and, got some really great players that weren't asking for, the moon and back, and it really helped them out a lot from what I understand this year. So, I think the baseball is going to be coming in here, much better off this coming next couple seasons. I really sense that.
No,
but I think it's going to be hockey.
Hey, right now I think I speak for most people in Philadelphia when we'll take a championship from anybody.
Amen to that.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, it is my most humble pleasure, Ray. And folks, I need you guys to stick around because Ray is going to be back here in just a few minutes, and he's going to be, doing the Sports Maniac stuff. So all you sports fans out there that just got your Woody from talking about football, baseball, basketball, and hockey, by God, you guys got to stick around for the rest of the show. It's pretty cool. So there you have it. Wow, Karen, is there anything else I can answer for you that has just been plaguing your mind for the past year that you've been my sound engineer? Or did we cover it all? Or did we lose you entirely? Are you speechless?
Oh, I'm right here. I just figured you'd want the last 5 minutes to close out and talk about maybe the 4th or anything like that.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Apparently we have a new producer, folks, as well as sound engineer. Folks, the lovely Karen. Karen, it is so awesome. I'm so glad you did that. That was really, really fun. And we want you to come back on the show some more. You're fabulous. We love you. But yeah, as far as the last 5 minutes of the show that Karen was so adamant about giving me, which she is awesome. Again, I do want to remind you all, this is still the holiday, folks. I know it's hump day now coming up, but people are still partying, people are still having fun out there, and you have to be careful. And you say, yes, I'm very careful because I don't drink, or I drink at home, or I drink responsibly, and da-da-da. That's great for you, but there's some people out there that don't drink responsibly. And those are the people you have to watch out for, because, it's crazy out there, folks. It's, a big quarter-ton of metal coming at you. That can't be good. So, you guys be careful out there, drive safely out there, buckle up, blah, 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 and, just have a really great, safe, happy July 4th. And remember, what this is all about. This is about independence, my brothers and sisters, and we are trying to, spread a little of that cheer and independence and democracy to other lands, and, personally, I hope it works out really well. I don't see it. I'll tell you that. But it's not because of anything we did or didn't do. It's just the way of things, my brothers and sisters. If you have any other questions about that, you can look it up in your nearest back of the Bible, and you'll learn plenty of that. But in the meantime, I want to thank WNJC for having, all this incredible, possibilities here with FM radio, or AM radio, terrestrial radio. I forget what they're calling it now. Terrestrial AM radio. And, of course, I'd like to thank all of you for tuning me into your homes and businesses. I'd like to thank some of my wonderful sponsors out there. And, of course, I'd like to thank my lovely assistant producer, as well as sound engineer. And, of course, I'd like to thank the good Lord for making all things possible. He is the man. You guys know this. Also, really quickly, I want to mention again, I will be appearing this coming Thursday at Dempster's Sports Bar and Restaurant, and that's right there on Pine Street in Mount Holly, New Jersey, folks. I'll be there from 7 to 10 doing absolutely free psychic readings. Again, I will be there 7 to 10 free psychic readings with anything off the menu. Pardon me. Also, coming up the 11th, again, I will be appearing at Aloha Bay in Sicklerville. That's on a Wednesday, folks, so if you get a chance, come on out and see me. You guys stay tuned for the Sports Maniacs. Oh, one more thing really quickly. Once again, I want to remind all of you guys to go to the Cherrywood Lounge this coming Friday and see if you can't check out these guys. They are the bomb, and they've got some great stuff coming, and who knows, you just might see that lead guitarist over here with me in the near future. This is the Wrath of Man, folks, and they will be appearing at Cherrywood Lounge. Stay tuned for the Sports Maniacs. I think we're going to leave early tonight. You know I love you all like family. You know this. I want to thank the good Lord above for making all things possible. Peace. I am out.